Hey you guys, it's me Crystal, and it's a little late to be filming the video. It's around midnight, and so I'm not sure this is a good idea to be trying to film a video at midnight, but I wanted to film this video today, and I feel like filming right now, so let's just do this. So what I'm going to do in this video is we're going to wrap up my second quarter goals, see how I did, and then also talk about what I have on the agenda for the third quarter, and then also, this came in the mail today, so I'm like, why not just tack this on to the end of this video. So this is the Librarian box. I don't know anything about it, but I wanted to try it because I like to try things. And also, I just thought this was really cute. It says open, enjoy, share, and reuse. And there's a cat using the box, and it's just really cute anyway. Also, I decided I'm not going to do yearly goals anymore. I'm finding that they're not all that helpful. A lot of times things change and then my yearly goals end up needing to be redone anyway, or they're just rendered useless. Or in the case of this year, I had 5 goals this year and like 2 of them are already done. 2 of them had deadlines in March and 1 of them is almost done. And one I don't want to do anymore. So just quickly, I'm going to go over what my 2021 goals were and then hopefully be done making yearly goals forever. I just want to stick to quarterly goals and monthly goals because those are the ones I actually find helpful and they're very easy to change and it's very easy to keep me focused that way. Also, I mean, like I started making quarterly goals and monthly goals to keep me focused on my yearly goals. So for my 2021 goals, my first goal was to read 53 books. This goal is as good as done. I think as of the filming this video, I have 9 books left to meet this goal for the year. And then my second goal was to finish my car fund, and I finished that in May. I'm still going to save a little bit more money until I cover taxes, but this goal is done. My third goal was to write a musical. This is a soapbox. I'll talk about it more in my second quarter goals wrap up, but no, I don't want to do this anymore. I mean, I still want to write a musical, but I don't want it to be like a goal, like something that I'm like trying to do within like a certain time frame. My fourth goal was to learn the Queen of the Night aria from the Magic Flute musical, and I did this, but this goal had a deadline at the end of March, so that's been done. And my fifth and final goal for 2021 was to build a regular yoga habit. This also had a deadline for the end of March, and I considered this goal not to be done, even though I did do yoga regularly like that entire quarter. I just didn't feel like it was a habit, and the whole point was for it to feel like a habit. I could have given myself credit for it, but I said not to for some reason, so there's that. All right, so on to my second quarter goals. And so for the second quarter of this year, which covers April, May, and June, I had 5 goals again. And my first goal was to continue that yoga practice. I think in my last video I said continue forcing myself to do yoga because I was having to force myself. I decided in April that I'm not going to do yoga. I'm just going to do something else. And so I'm going to either just do a stretching routine, which I've been doing, or I'm going to do something else. Some other kind of movement, and then if I want to do yoga, I will. Basically, the reason why I had this goal was because I thought it would help with like stress management and also like flexibility, because I was just feeling like a little stiff in a couple of places and it was not helping with either one for some reason. Also, I forgot that when you're doing Kundalini yoga, because I hadn't done it regularly in a while, there are like long periods of time where you are like holding a pose and just chanting for like some minutes. And while I don't mind how I feel when I'm done doing that, I don't particularly enjoy doing that. So then when I would think about doing a Kundalini yoga session, I was like, I'm not really in the mood for that, even though once I start, I'm fine. Anyway, I don't want to force myself to do anything. So I considered this goal not met because I stopped forcing myself to do yoga in April. And while I have done yoga a few times, mostly I've just been stretching. And I'm really enjoying that. I'm finding it meditative, and I already feel like I'm making progress as far as like those places that are like have felt like stiff. I feel like that's working a lot better for me. Plus, I want to do it. Plus, I feel really good after I do it. I feel the same way I did when I would do yoga. I feel the same level of good. So I'm just gonna do this instead. I don't know why stretching for 20 minutes is easier for me than even doing 20 minutes of yoga, but yeah. But as far as my goal is concerned, I consider this goal not met, even though I have been stretching regularly. My goal is 3 or more times a week, and so I have been doing that. I think except for like 1 week I didn't do anything, but I was feeling under the weather or something. Anyway. Although now that I think about it, it's really not that hard to stretch when you're feeling under the weather. But anyway. So my second goal was to sing every week and do a proper warm-up. So I counted this goal as done. I think I only missed like 3 weeks where I just didn't feel like singing. Also, I only did a proper warm-up like twice. But I'm still considering this goal done. But this was just something that, like, I enjoy singing, and so I just want to make sure I take the time to do something that I enjoy. But I no longer really have any singing goals. I'm not trying to improve my range anymore. I just kind of don't care. I'm like, I just want to have fun. I just want to sing, you know? But I did do this, so 1 goal met. My third goal was to continue saving money every month so that I could reach my car fund goal, and so I did do this. I know you might be surprised if you saw my last book haul that I've saved money, but I can save money, it's fine. It also probably helped that I was very close to finishing my car goal fund at the end of last quarter. Anyway, so I did do this. I did save money every month. My 4th goal was to read 15 books. I don't know how many books I've read. I read last quarter off the top of my head, but I did do this. So 3 goals met. And then my 4th goal was to write 3 songs for the musical, and I did not meet this goal. I decided also in April, around the same time I decided not to force myself to do yoga if I was not enjoying it and it was not helping. So my goal was to write 1 song a month, but it was just like triggering my writing issues for some reason, and I'm not sure why, because usually writing music and like writing poetry is like something that I can always do when I'm in the mood to do it, but that's part of the problem, is that I usually only write music when I'm in the mood to do it, and so trying to get myself to do it when I was in the mood to do it was like not working for me. And it was, I guess, because the songs were not just like songs I was just writing just to write them. They were songs for a musical project, which was too close to being a writing project, and it was just really triggering. And so instead of forcing myself to work on it, which is what I had been doing all year, I decided that when I feel like doing it, I'll do it, and if I don't feel like doing it, I won't do it. There's no reason to force myself to work on this musical project. It's just for fun. I'm not doing anything with it. It was just mostly to give myself somewhere to direct like that creative energy that I have. And so far that creative energy has gone towards like a house project. Like I put up curtains, and apparently that took up some creative energy to pick out curtain rods and curtains. And then the rest of my creative energy is going towards projects that I have on my goals list for next quarter. So right now I don't have like extra creative energy to be like going towards this musical project, especially since, like I said, it's triggering my writing issues, and I just don't want to do it right now, and I don't want to force myself to do it. And it would be a lot easier if I could just write songs and then like put the music to it later. But since I wanted all the songs to have musical accompaniment, it's a lot easier for me when it comes to songwriting if I pick out the harmony chords first, and then I sing the melody and write the lyrics. Like, it's a lot easier on me because I have done it the other way, where I've written the melody first and then tried to pick out the complementary harmonic chords, and it's just kind of more stress than I would like to put on myself right now, especially since, like I said, it's supposed to be just for fun. And so if it's not going to be fun, I just don't want to force myself to do it. Okay, moving on. So 3 out of 5 goals met. I think that's pretty good considering I was kind of a basket case most of this last quarter. All right, so going into this next quarter, I only have 4 goals. I decided that I had gotten into the habit of always picking 5 goals, 5 quarterly goals, 5 monthly goals, and I'm like, that's just too many goals. Like, I can't focus on that many things, okay? So I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to say, what are my actual goals with a max of 5 so I don't overextend myself, but like not picking 5, like just to pick 5, you know, arbitrary numbers are arbitrary or whatever. So how about this? And I do tack my goals to the wall so I can see them every day. So my first goal for this third quarter of the year, which covers July, August, and September, is to read 20 books. Normally when I'm this close to my reading goals are just to meet my reading goal, but I decided, why not challenge myself? Why not see how many books more than my reading goal I can read? You know, since I'm just super in the mood to read right now and all I want to do is watch The Simpsons and read. So this isn't to be stressful though. If for some reason I find this goal stressful, like I will change it, but I want to see how this goes anyway. And then my second goal is to finish next year's planner. So this is part of where my creative energy, because I do have a lot of creative energy, but it's just like it's being directed towards other things. I think some of it was also directed towards my TBR game board. Anyway. So if you guys don't know, I have a planner, and the last couple of years I have customized a planner from Plum Paper, and even though I've really enjoyed that, it's still not quite working for me. It's not exactly what I want, and I can't get exactly what I want pre-made, and so I'm just gonna make it myself. I'm inspired by my reading journal that I made for this year to go ahead and finally tackle this project. So just so you know, like where I am in this project, we have like, you know, sketches. So I've already done the sketches of what I wanted to look like, and I kept making sketches until I found something on paper that looks like what I want. Basically, I want the entire week to be on one page, but I also want some other stuff. So like a habit tracker and other stuff. So I did the sketching this last quarter, and I also have the preliminary document, and basically that's just like, these are all the pages. So what's left is to just design them and get them ready to print, basically, because I want to print this in next year's reading journal in October, which brings me to my third goal, which is to finish next year's reading journal or reading log. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I've also made the same amount of progress on this project. So I have all the sketches done. I have all my notes that I've already taken this year on like changes that I want to make from this year's reading journal to next year's reading journal, because, you know, pretty quickly I filled up an entire page of notes. And so I've implemented those notes. And so I have, like, again, like with the planner, I have all the pages mapped out and what I want on each page. And so what's left is the fun part, which is the designing. And also I still need to like get like art and pictures that I want to use and stuff, but I have everything else ready to go. And so my goal is just to finish these by the end of this quarter and have them both ready to print in October, because I like to be on top of things. I like to do things early, and I might try, you know, doing a little bit of a fancy printing thing. And so I also want time to like research that, and yeah. And then my fourth goal for this last quarter, my fourth and final goal, is to continue stretching or doing some kind of exercise 3 times a week. So like I said, this has been working a lot better for me, you know, than like forcing myself to do something specific. It's just like whatever I feel like doing. If all I feel like doing is stretching for 20 minutes, and that's what I'll do. So yes, I just want to continue doing that. And so I also have my goals for July already. And I think for July and August, I just had 3 goals. I haven't made goals for September yet because I just feel like that's doing a little bit too much. I'm expecting this next quarter to be less stressful and, you know, productive in a fun way. But anyway, let's get this Librarian box open before I get too tired and I can't think anymore. So I don't know what to expect as far as like what kind of knickknacks they have in there. I do know what the book is because they tell you what the book is. And I thought the book sounded interesting, and so I was like, why not go ahead and get this book and then see what else is in this crate. Okay, so we have next month's theme, which is Silent Secrets, and it looks like the book is 6 Crimson Crayons by Elizabeth Lim. And then this month's book is My Contrary Mary, and it's by Brody Ashton, Cynthia Han, and Jody Meadows. Also, I just realized this is a spoiler card, so let's stop reading this. Oh, this is cute. Oh, this is a recipe for biscuits. I mean, I have a biscuit recipe that looks very similar to this, but I keep having to look it up online whenever I make biscuits, so I think I'll just tack this up in the kitchen because I can very easily make substitutions because I don't even know what shortening is, but I do not have any. But yeah, it has a list of ingredients and a list of instructions. And so, yeah, I think I will find this helpful for when I'm making biscuits. I don't make biscuits that often, but they're really easy, actually. Okay, I'm very carefully getting these out. I don't like to make a mess. Okay, what is this? I like how I'm holding this out of frame and asking what it is. Okay, so this says Ari's Potion. And it says Golden Roses and Golden Globes. Is this body wash? Or is this soap? I guess I'll check the spoiler card. I actually do like the ingredients in here. These are some good ingredients. It has organic olive, organic aloe vera. They're like organic. It's like organic. Okay, let me get this off and smell it. That's nice. It does kind of smell like roses and like something else. That smells like something I would use. I think this is body wash. I'll use it. Yeah, there's nothing in here that I'm offended by, so good job. I'm always scared when people put like food or body products in a book box, but they did a good job. If you want to know what's in it, it's olive, coconut and sunflower oils, aloe vera, shea butter, citric acid, vegetable glycerin, rosemary extract, rose fragrant oils, soap, colorant, and water. And then there's food. We have orange citrus jelly, and it's sugar, apple juice, oranges, pectin, and lemon juice. Again, I mean, if you're gonna put food in something, this is allergen friendly. Let's just go ahead and open it and smell it. Okay, this is actually really hard to open. Interesting. It doesn't taste bad. I'll use it. Okay, so next we have a DIY embroidery kit. I actually really used to like things like this when I was younger. So it looks like this. We have our cloth and our thread. So, and this, which I think is French for you and no other. Vous et no autre. My French accent's real bad. So this is some kind of stencil. I don't know if I'm going to do this, but I will put this in my sewing box in case I do want to do it. You never know. Sometimes you're in the mood for a small embroidering project. I think I have another little embroidery kit in my sewing box too. So it'll have some company. That's cute. Alright, so it looks like the last thing in here is this book. And they wrapped it up in tissue paper with a little sticker on it. Much better than plastic. Alright, so we have My Contrary Mary with all of our authors down here. And apparently they co-author other books. So they have My Lady Jane, My Plain Jane, My Calamity Jane. And I think they're also coming out with other Mary books. And so we have a signed book plate that's signed by all of the authors. And then we have a note from the authors, handwritten by somebody, the Lady Janies. So it looks like this is, I think when I looked this book up, that it's like historical, like a light historical fantasy. And so, according to their note, it's Mary, Queen of Scots. And she's about to get married. And I think she can shapeshift into a mouse. It sounds kind of ridiculous, but like, it sounds really fun. So, I thought I'd give it a try. Why not? Oh, that's pretty. pretty green. You know what's really interesting is when I was in the 5th grade, I did a report on Mary Queen of Scots. I don't remember anything I said about her, but we had to dress up, and I wore a yellow dress, and my mom braided my hair and pinned it up. Yeah, like the blurb starts off saying, Mary is the Queen of Scotland and the jewel of the French court, except when she's a mouse. Yes, reader, Mary is an Edian shapeshifter in a kingdom where verities rule. A small obstacle to be sure, but one that could cost her a head or a tail. This sounds fun. Okay, so it says our embroidery kit is created by Sangrar Group, and that each kit is made by a housewife of India working to support her family. Cool. Uh-oh, you guys. There was something hidden. There's something hidden in this nest. I was looking at the spoiler card, and it says that there was a ring. It says, just like Mary, you now have your own amethyst ring to wear. And I'm like, I didn't see a ring. So let's rescue this. Interesting. So this is what this looks like. Obviously, it's very adjustable. I mean, it's probably going to break me out in a rash if I try to wear it, but I can hang this up somewhere. It's kind of cute. Okay, obviously I'm not a hand model, okay? But that's what it looks like. And then we have our jam, and it says, this is from Boondock Enterprises, a farm-to-table family business located in Minnesota. Oh, that's cool. Boondock Enterprises. And it says we should slather this on the biscuits from a recipe. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make biscuits this weekend and put this orange jelly on top. And then we have our bath potion. And it says that this is bubble bath, but I also know that bubble bath can double as body wash. So I'm going to use this as body wash since I don't take a lot of bubble baths. Like, who has time to relax, right? I actually don't like taking baths. I always end up taking a shower afterwards, so. This is a pleasant surprise. Like, I didn't really know what to expect. Yeah, this was good. So I think in the future, if there's another book that I'm interested in, I would definitely get another one of these boxes. It's so cute. And sometimes they do special editions of books. Most of the time, you get the regular book. But sometimes they do special editions. I think those special editions sell out pretty quickly though. Alright, so that is all for this video. Let me know, have you heard of this book? Also, let me know, what kind of goals do you set for yourself? Do you set goals for yourself? I just think it helps me stay on track, and it helps me remember what it is that I wanted to do. And it helps me prioritize it and make time to do these things that I want to do. Obviously I don't have any super lavish goals right now, unless you think making a reading journal and a planner from scratch is lavish. Some people do. It's just another day in the house for me. I really had a lot of fun making last year's reading journal, and after I did that, I started to see that it wouldn't be that much more difficult to make a planner. I mean, I will say, like, just like sketching everything out in Pages, because I'm going to make it in Pages, because that's what I used for my reading journal last year. It probably took me twice as long, just because with a planner, you know, you have to map out the dates and calendars and things like that. So it definitely took me twice as long to get the bare bones down than it did for the reading journal, but it gives my brain a somewhere productive to focus. And it just makes me really happy. So I'm excited to have these projects to work on this next quarter. I will see you guys next month. I hope June was a good month for you. If it wasn't, I really hope July is better. And we are going into my least favorite month of the year though. Like, I get mad real quick when it gets this hot outside. I do not like being hot, okay? But anyway, I will see you guys next week, and hope you're sleeping well.